Hello everyone, I'm just pulling up my videos now. Here we go. Sorry about this. For some reason my iPad just isn't responding as fast as it should be. You know. Oh, good. Alright, here we go, people. We're nearly there, would you believe? So close, but yet so far. Right. And while I am getting set up, I should just tell you that we are currently also filming this to YouTube. So then if your Facebook is glitching up tonight, you can switch over to YouTube. And if your YouTube is glitching up, you can go over to Facebook. Noah is my scribe tonight, so heads up. Oh, hello Tanya, hello Sandy, hello Marie. So yeah, I had a great day at the shop. This is class number 2 for me this week. Yay! Oh, excited for tonight. Thank you. So tonight we're going to be doing fan brush flowers. And you know, we'll see how we go. We're also I am going to put down a base layer before we do the flowers. Just a heads up. Oh, hello, Diane. And this base layer is just going to be the Beautiful Family tissue paper. This is just going to give us a bit of texture to go and work with already, as I just kind of want something to go ahead with. Yeah.
Tanya says, I'm excited. Diane says, hi.
Oh, also said hello. Oh, this is the sketching that I did during one of Mom's classes last week in the retreat group when I was scribing.
Liz says, hi all.
Hello. And so let's not forget. So this is last week's page, which I did the fan brush flowers really quick. And oh, hello, Liz. Yeah, got realized probably need to go more in depth than that. So this is what we're doing this week. So let me just open up my beautiful family tissue paper.
Dad just got mad drinking out of the milk bottle.
Well, that's not really a me problem because I don't drink milk anymore.
You were the one who married him.
I did marry him, didn't I? My mum made me.
And yet you still produced 4 children.
I thought it was a rite of passage.
Rite of passage.
Learning how to drink out of a milk
So what are you making? Oh, look at that.
Marie says your work is beautiful, man. It is.
Thank you. So we're going to be
doing out here earlier.
Me?
Yeah.
Set it up.
Oh, I thought you were arting.
No. I was setting up so that I didn't have to rush because I'm a little bit tired. I don't know about you. But I'm just a teensy bit tired. I could have fallen asleep today at like 2 on the carpet at the shop and not given a care. That's where I was at today. So I'm just going to tear my tissue paper into a few little strips and bits and pieces. And we're just doing this first off, just so then we don't have to do so much work after we've done the fan brush flowers, because obviously they're going to be the main feature, so they're going to be on top of everything. And yes, this rice paper is beautiful. It's from the Beautiful Family collection. I'm waiting to see if he registers.
I'm currently sending a link.
Okay, right. Still waiting to see if he registers, and he needs to send the link to the rice paper in the group.
I'm getting the rice.
Oh, hello, Sandra. Hello, Tash. Oh, excellent, Diane. Look at you. You're all prepared. We're on the same brain wave. See? Don't think it's the right terminology, but you know what? It's like leaking the beans because I accidentally forgot the word Sibylla last week. That's where that comes from.
I'm not going to say anything about your vocabulary skills or your English skills.
I already know that I have a vocabulary of a 5-year-old,
I love
of a
grammar.
grade 5er, and to tell you the truth, I'm sticking with it.
Grammarly makes me appear much more educated.
Hello, Debbie. Hello, Chloe. Thank you, Chloe. We're still waiting for that link, Noah.
I'm getting that one.
Excellent. Right, here we go, people. So why I tabs up, I think I was supposed to show you the page that I did last night, but I don't know where it was dumped when it came inside. So
What's the last comment you read?
From Diane Brown saying hello.
Okay.
Oh, and hello, Diane.
Are you sure it wasn't Diane G?
I'm sure it was Diane B. I'm looking at the comments right now.
You must be in front of me. Oh yeah, you are in front of me.
Yes, I am. I'm amazing. I can tear and look at the comments at the same time.
Wow, you can multitask.
It's because I'm a female.
Michelle says hello again.
Oh, hello, Michelle. So yes, last night, if any of you missed it, I did teach the scrapbooking page, the Wednesday night scrapbooking page. It was a bit different from what you guys normally do. I do understand that it was a mixed media type one. I can't wait to see what you guys do and post it in the Creative Family group. I am getting to Facebook tomorrow morning. I know that sounds bad.
We'll make her, don't worry.
I've been avoiding adulting since I moved back a little bit because, why not have a break? Is the real point there. Yes, and I have my fingers to prove it. I still can't get the blue off. I have washed my hands so many times today. It's still there. It's probably going to be there until Sunday. So Grandma's going to see this at lunch on Saturday.
How do you get the blue ink? Was that for ink pads?
Have you not watched my class?
I did not watch your class.
That was through the Distress ink spray.
So for the stress ink spray, would you suggest to anyone who tries that class to wear gloves or do not be as messy as an animal?
Well, you know what? I'm not really one that believes in gloves, but if you do have sensitive skin, probably wear them.
Jason says, thank you for being so quick sending out my order today.
Oh, good. We are sending out the kits tomorrow as well. Yes, those are my fingers from last night's. They're still like that from last night's page.
Michelle says, are your fingers still from... Yeah,
Yep.
they are still from last night's page blue.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of time to art.
Did you get it blue on your fingernails? Because that's going to take a long time to get rid of.
On the fingernails, it's not too bad. It's when it gets like around and underneath your nail.
Yeah, it's like when you get ink under your nail or paint.
That's exactly what I've got now. Would you believe that's what I normally have 90% of my life? I rocked up to my old workplace with like an arm that had a lot of paint on it. My left arm had a lot of paint on it because I accidentally had fallen asleep on my desk. And
I've seen all your jeans and most of your clothes and at least 4 splotches of paint if they're lucky.
That's the sad ones.
Sandy says, when are you going to start Glad Wrap or...
Oh,
Baby
honestly, I swear to God I'm going to do this week because every week I have difficulty with this lid. Every week. And it's because Mum... This is actually my mum's tub because I still haven't found my tub of gel medium in my stash yet. I'm still unpacking.
Thank you, Sandra, for reminding Naomi to do that.
He's not going to like you very soon. Oh, can you go and get me a piece of Glad Wrap?
Yeah.
/ cling wrap?
Yeah.
He had to move off his chair. Now it's going to be real sad if Maddie comes and takes his chair while he's up. He's getting some cling wrap. Love how she doesn't even ask questions. Righty. Oh, so we're just going to rub some of this down because we have a lot of little small bits and pieces. It's just better that we rub it all down now. Like a whole page of the gel medium down. It just makes it a little bit easier, and that way then we can just be a bit less like organized with how we stick it down. Just coming, and it's a little bit faster this way, these ones. I don't suggest this technique in summer because the gel medium will dry just a little bit too fast for you to be able to go ahead. Thank you. I'll put it on once I'm done.
One side of it's got rips in it, so just make sure.
I'm only looking to use the middle bit.
Okay.
Jeez. It's not like I'm planning to wrap a sandwich in it.
I just don't question it.
Alright. He says that, but he does question me when I'm his math tutor. Although in saying that, he really should, because I haven't done Pythag for a very long time.
Yes. It's not questioning, it's keeping an open mind.
Although some things he should not question me in. I'm a genius when it comes to math, and you have to admit to it.
You are a genius at math?
I helped you with your math homework. We got 2 right answers in a row.
2 right answers in a row. You know, that just left me 12 other questions to do.
I can help you with that tonight.
And I did them already. 12 divided by 2.
It's 6 now.
Yes, I know.
I did 2 out of 12, which is a 6th. You happy? Dude, you don't fully grasp the concept. I haven't done Pythag for 3.5 years now. The fact that I was still able to do it means that those teachers actually taught me something that stayed in my head for that long.
Well, that's good for you.
I don't think my university lecturers could claim that fame, but anyway.
Oh, no.
Here we go. So we're going to do the other page now, and we're just going to come in and rub this down. So the aim is just to get some texture on there, or some backing layer to it.
I have to ask this, just because there'll be someone wondering at the screen.
You sure about that? Is this a necessary question?
Look, I just have to ask this. So, for those people who aren't finger, painters...
Oh my god.
How would you suggest that they do it?
Right, Noah.
Would you suggest using palette knives?
For people
paint
like
brushes?
you who don't like getting their hands at all dirty in any scenario, including washing the dishes, you can use a very, very old, you know those paintbrushes that they get you to buy for your kids in the younger grades, like in grade 2,
like the cheap ones?
Yes, the very cheapy, hard brushed ends.
Because the gesso will destroy your...
Well, the gel medium will destroy a good paintbrush. You get one of those.
Yeah.
Or if you've got a paintbrush that you've got a thing against, go right ahead and use it. But
Marie
don't use
says
the one.
math didn't stay in my head. I'm afraid.
Oh,
I would fail if I went back to school.
yeah. It's one of my fears as well. Although, I don't know. There are definitely some people are a lot quicker at picking up English, and some people are a lot quicker at picking up math. I still can't English. I'm very proud of the fact that I still can't English.
No one in our family is good at English.
That's not true. Mum is very good at English compared to the rest of us.
Well, obviously it didn't get passed down. The closest person is good.
Hey, you don't know. Amelia could be a whiz at it.
Well, Amelia could have stole all our English.
You got an A.
That was poetry, and it was more the fact of the symbolism rather than the actual spelling and punctuation.
Been released yet?
No, it hasn't. I don't to check that right now.
I haven't. In those poetry ones, I got C minuses.
Yeah.
I couldn't describe things in words if I tried.
Get wrecked.
Get I still get better grades than you would make.
Michelle says, my 13-year-old takes after me, I'm afraid. She just received her report card and all A's and B's minuses and then a D for math. But I think the teacher says she tries, which is what we want to know.
Yeah, which is what counts. As long as people give everything a go, that's what counts. I do think that effort should come into the grading system. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those kids that tried really hard in English and a few of my other subjects like history and all of that in my junior grades, and for the life of me I could not get higher than a C+. Except from grade 12 I managed to somehow get myself an A in one of my English assessments. So but once again, like, I just could not get above that thing, no matter how hard I tried. And I do think that grades should be given for effort as well, because some people, like, effort counts. It definitely does count in every way. Right, so we're going to add some color to this now. This is just going to be some backing color. It'll give us a bit of motion to the page. Oh, hello, dye. And just kind of get us a nice little gradient. So I want to make a little bit of a gradient. So I'm going to put some white in some areas. And then to get a gradient, we have to use colors that blend nicely together. Oh, hello, Karen. We want to use colors that kind of blend nicely together without too much of a hassle. So we are using the new Art by Marlene colors. We don't have any of the packs left. However, we do have them selling in singles, and we do, I think, maybe have some more packs coming. You'll have to check with Mum, so just message her or message us on Business Suite, and we'll get back to you on that one. That sounds a bit harsh, Sandra.
Sandra said, my oldest son got an A+ in one of his subjects, and then the teacher put on his report card thought that he needed to apply himself.
Yeah, I definitely don't see how that works, but I do think that okay, I'll tell Dad that he's just currently going to work tonight.
Yeah. Marie said, I was good at writing essays for history and got an A, but hoped instead of writing something for English, I got a C. I think you really have to love the subject to do well.
Yeah, and English is one of those subjects that I think just depends on, like, who you get as a teacher as well on the content.
Good English there's English teachers that will help you, but then there's those who are.
Yeah.
Jason said, love how you can control the amount of paint you put out with those new Art by Marlene paints.
Oh, yes, they are amazing. They manage to keep everything, like, just a little bit, like, it manages to make sure that you don't put out too much. It also gives you the bit of the freedom, I guess, with using them for more, like, pearl drop techniques as well. I use them a lot for dotting and all the rest of it. It's a bit faster than using an end of a paintbrush. So I'm just coming along with my finger and mixing the colors in. I just kind of want to get, like, a bit of a landscape because we are doing flowers.
Diane G says, some things can come easy to people.
Yes, very true. Right. And then here we go. So we're just going to come in and we're just going to grab this here. I'm just getting all this. So just by adding this color in, we're getting a bit more of some layers down. And it means we won't have to do so much work after we finish doing our flowers. because I definitely want the flowers to be kind of like the spotlight of the page, or the main focus. Right. Go, and then now.
Trish says, "Hi everyone."
Oh, hello, Trish. So now that we've got that down, what I might come and do is just, I might kind of hit it with a bit of a heat tool, and then come in and do a bit more, but I also want to remove some. Now, do we have any paper towel in the kitchen? I will also be using some letters out of this new letter sticker book that I got. We don't have any currently in stock. However, we will be getting some more in the next round, I promise. So,
Oh man, we would like to show
I'm just using
everyone
some phrases.
what Amelia's cat.
We'll show Spud at the end.
Yeah. Spud's a bit
Spud's a potato that was supposed to grow at home, and tell the teacher on how we're progressing. We still have not planted our Spud.
Spud's a bit squishy. I think it's dead.
I don't know, man.
Well, I've never grown a potato. If it was a pumpkin, I would know.
Look, I'm very much like Amelia. I lack the ability to grow things. I ain't a farmer.
Yeah.
Can I have a bit more paper towel? So I'm just currently trying to remove some of our paint. Just a piece of paper towel, and I will use this as collage. One of my other artworks that I will do at some point because I paint a lot.
Paper towel's a necessary item.
It is, and like once you get paint on it, you can just go and use it.
I mean, if you
As
really want
collage.
to, you could recycle it.
That's what the thing we're going to do. We're going to use it as collage. My version of recycling. How I save the planet? I recycle all pieces of paper I have.
You realise you could just, wash it out, then use the paper in your garden.
But you could make a painting out of it. What a waste.
2 ways. There's many ways on how to recycle.
There are many ways on how to recycle.
One for every person.
Oh! I did not realize what that said.
Oh! Is that one of the art by Marlene?
Yeah, it says you will never win.
Yeah.
We're not doing this.
Yeah.
We're not using that one.
One of the art by Marlene stickers said you will never win.
I think that's like a multi-lined one that I kind of broke up. My fault. I ain't using that one though.
Gold. Maybe let's read the sticker before we stick.
Was that a dig?
I mean, if you want to take it as a dig, good.
I can. And I just might. It's dependable. Right, so what I'm going to come in and do is I'm just going to come and stamp my little texture stamp. So this is one of my texture stamps I have. And it's just because I want to kind of remove some more of the paint, but in texture-like patterns. So I'm just going to come in and do... And if you recall, we did this a couple of weeks ago as well. They get quite full quite quickly. Yeah.
Looks a lot like a sunrise, like it's the ocean, the sun's rising up.
Yes, well, we are doing flowers, so we need some ground. And horizons or sunsets are the easiest things to paint.
Yeah, paint a lot of it in art class for that reason. How do you find the Art by Marlene stamps? Like, are we good?
Yes, they are very nice to use. They are quite good. I'm just trying to get a little bit of texture by like removing it in some areas and then adding it back in others with the paint that's already on our page. Because we added the paint to the page, it does mean that it is a bit heavy. So by doing this, we're taking away some of the more heavier areas. And what we might come and do is we'll just come in with our lavender. Because we want to get most, like I said, we want to get most of this type of background work done before we paint the flowers. Just so that we kind of know the layout. And it also means that then they'll be on top, which will make it easier for them to be the focal point / like ultimate center of the page. Whereas if we painted them first, then we've got to be really finicky with how we go and super controlled, which you can do. It's just trying to be controlled with paint is a little bit difficult for me. Well, hello, Annie Robin. So yeah. And who wants to control that painting, honestly?
That was Jason who said that. About having the Art by Marlene.
Yeah, so you can control how much comes out really easy, but you don't want to have to be able to, like, be stuck in a box, like, trying to go around fan brush flowers afterwards with paint.
Yeah.
I've done that before. It takes hours. This is a 1 hour class.
We hope.
We try. We don't often make it within the hour. We sometimes go a little bit over.
Marie says it's looking beautiful, Mandy.
Oh, thank you. And then we're just going to come and add in some accents with our fluoro pink.
What brand is that?
It's an alcoholic. It's a fluoro pink one. These fluoro ones are absolutely amazing though. Just a reminder, when using alcohol ink, well ventilated area, all that jazz. If you're sensitive skin, if you have sensitive skin, make sure you wear gloves. Don't be like me. And
If you're pregnant, don't use it.
yeah, we'll try and avoid. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Hi. Lovely to have you on. Okay, and then let's see. And then we're just going to come in with a stamp real quick. If I can get it off my stamp sheet before it's the flower one. I've got lots of new goodies when I've come home, so I've got lots to use. And we're just going to come in and pick up some of that pink bits and pieces, and then just come over here, have it so it's coming out. We might need to. What we're going to do is we're just going to put some of our pink alcoholic fluoro down and just rub our stamp in it. So this is on our messy mat because it's non-resistant. Well, it's resistant. And we come in and we can stamp our little flower trees down. Bit more colour.
And what's the mat you've got called?
Oh, it's brown.
I know it's a mat, but like when I searched up the mat and the other one stroke gives me 10 items.
Oh, it looks like a messy mat. Just scroll through the 10 items.
No, it's 10 pages of items.
Oh, okay. Well.
I'll go ask them.
Yeah. I think it's like a release mat. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've had mine for ages, and these are Mum's. Well, right. There we go. And then what we're gonna come in and do. So I'm just gonna have a drink of water.
Apparently, it's called a non-stick craft sheet. I'm just gonna put the link up.
Coolio. Sorry guys, I just had to have a bit of a drink of water because, yeah, well, it kind of got a little bit to me. I don't know why it doesn't normally. I'm pretty resistant to the stuff now. Okay. Hey, don't laugh. Don't you dare laugh at me. Right, and then, so now what we want to do is we're just going to add some white, and then we're going to come in with our fan brush flowers. And the white is just to tame some of the colour we've already got on it because it's very bright. So you can tell because we've gone in there with a few different products. And by just adding some white, we don't really want to add it in a bulk chunk because then it takes away too much of our efforts to make all the different layers. So we're just coming in with our usual type of strokies. Kind of looks like rain in this type thing. I am going to work on learning how to draw a few more patterns, by the way, because I realized I use like the same 5 patterns in each class.
This is the class name we did last night, just for all you people who wanted to know what it was.
Yeah.
This is how she got her blue fingers.
You can see it in the camera on the phone.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool.
Just going to put it somewhere where it won't get paint.
Well, that would be the dining room table.
That's cute.
Really? We're not going to be able to find it tomorrow morning.
Well, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow's problem?
I'm living in the present.
Oh, okay. Glad to know. For those who didn't know, Noah's in the present.
Marie says, it looks amazing.
Thank you. It came out really well when it dried. I think that's my best joke of the day.
I think, I was about to say it's your only joke of the day, but I know you haven't made a joke. I know you've made tons of jokes.
I have made plenty today. I've been on the cameos all day. When you're peeling, your brain just kind of wanders off. So, you know, I've had a lot of conversations with myself. I have to say that we're kind of not ready for Morayfield next week. That's okay. We've got several days left to go of cutting. And we will be all good. So I'm just coming in and adding some white in some areas. Just will help the lightening up. Go and go there.
Tanya says you were going to show us how you peeled the paint too.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Tanya, for reminding me. Right. Before we get too far with said art journal page, so with the peeling of the paint, because it's a resistant mat, it's made of kind of the same stuff as the craft messy mats. The paint just peels off. So you just pick at it like a scab or a piece of double-sided tape. It's probably a more nicer analogy. And you just peel. See? And look. Fancy elitist artists call this skin of paint. And there's artists that actually specialize in making these things and hanging them up on gallery walls. But it kind of seems a bit of a waste, not going to lie. You can use it for all types of things. It's really good for collage. So, for example, on this page here, where I've got lots of stuff, peel it off. And when it's really thick, it gets it off on one sheet. And all the rest of it has lots of texture. So yeah, that's just how you peel your paint off your palette. And you can just keep using your palette then. So you just keep going until your whole palette's clear. Some bits are a little bit more tricky than others, but this is what it is. And so yeah, like each to their own, but it just helps you get more life out of your palette basically, and it's a lot better than trying to find like a new palette every 12 months because you've used all the pages in it. You just go and peel it out and go again. So here we go. Let's dry this and we're onto our flowers. Yay! People like, thank goodness. Okay, so just flick that one on and we're just going to dry this really quick. Once again, we just want to get this. It's, I don't know if we have any in stock. I don't think we do. We should be getting some more in. It's a palette paper pad. I don't think we have any currently in stock. It's originally meant for oil paints, which means it's a little bit more industrial, like graded, I guess you could call it.
We haven't run out of brushes as well, have we?
With the alcoholics. No, we've run out of the pad that I use because I've had it since I was 16.
Tanya wants to know, what would you use, what glue would you use to paint the skin?
What glue?
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. With paint skins, you can actually make them transparent and mix like a little bit of a colored paint with some gel medium, and then you can run it down. It becomes like this clear / translucent sheeting that you can peel off and then use as texture. So you can actually do that with stencils and stuff like that. It's really cool. We could cover it in a class. It would be a two-part class though, just a heads up, because obviously we can't get a nice sheet of gel medium matte to do it. But if you were going to do a glue skin, gel medium matte would definitely be the one I would go for, just because it's got a bit more of that body to it. And modeling paste can tend to break up when you try and peel it off. And gesso is a staple. Why would you use it on a skin? You always need gesso for everything. So you definitely want to stick to keeping that just for your painting and for emergency glue.
Sandy says, I missed the flowers last week. Looking forward to seeing it.
Oh, yes. So the flowers were these ones here that we did very quickly last week and kind of just went, which is literally the expression I think my mum used when she describes that class. So, you know, we're just going to, 1 minute. No, it's not dry enough yet for those ones. I was going to draw some little stars, but we've got to wait for the paint to dry a little bit more. That's okay. We're going to come in and add more paint while it dries. So what we're going to do is with our, 1 minute, I might brain catch up. With our flowers, I'm going to show you how to make grass and also how to paint. Yes, so we'll do a class on skins then, and also how to paint the flowers. So we're first going to start off with the flowers, and with the flower techniques you can get multiple different types of flowers, just as long as like you stay within a few rules. We will be using teal for our flowers tonight, just because it's completely different from all the other colors we have used. And we'll add some other colors to it as well to show you that you can get multicolored flowers. But first of all, we'll just start off with the basic one. So we want to dunk our paintbrush. Sorry, I just realized you couldn't see that. We want to dunk our paintbrush into our water and just make sure all the hairs of the fan brush are lining up, because if they are like this parted, that's the technique you're going to get. So we do need to make sure we get a good coverage and spread out the hairs as we do it. That's just by shaking it up and getting them to grab to each other. See, and then just sometimes you do have to come in and do the work. Okay, and then so now that we've got that there, you just come down and you drag down and you get a nice, lovely. So that's like kind of like a tulip, and then if you go on the side, you get a folding flower. Do another one, and then you can also do ones where they come in and it's parted, and then you want to make sure that you kind of get it right down to that thread area down there, and then you also want to do the another one. So you just want to drag it down a little bit slowly. Make sure you press it, not too hard, but just very lightly. Press it. You can also build flowers out of these ones here. So you can do like ones with multiple petals. Okay. And then you can also do there are a few others. So you can do the half ones where it comes in curls like that. So that's a petal in itself. And then multiple sides. There we go. So just come and do something over here now. So it just depends on what way you want your flowers to blow in the wind. They don't really look like flowers until you do add the stems. Heads up. So yeah, it does take a little bit of practice if you want like fully fledged tulips in a sense. If you are just trying for a bit of abstract, it's okay. The bit where it gets a little bit tricky is where you do multicolored. So for example, we'll put a bit of our teal down. With multiple colors, if you are just starting off, choose colors that are gonna mix well together. If you have colors that are a little bit hazardous towards each other, I think is the best word, or don't exactly mix, it will be a little bit more difficult, and you might make brown a few of the first times, but that's okay. So we're just going to come in with our teal and royal, because as we know, blue and teal making just a darker teal. So what we're going to come and do is we're just going to make sure that we only get the purple on the
Sandy said I need to practice
top.
this.
Yeah, and then you get the teal on the bottom there, and this is going to be a bit of a forky one. And we're just going to come in and do it here. So that's that one, and then okay, and then there. See, when you do have multiple colors on it, you do have to press a little bit harder down. As you can see, I didn't press as hard on this one, so I had to go back in and kind of like do a bit of a swiggly with the paintbrush tip just to get the purple to kind of gradient down to that teal nicely. So then we didn't have any issues, because if we didn't, then it would just look a bit blocky. Makes sense. And we are going to come and do like another one there and one here and here. So I think we might have enough flowers. We will add the stems today, so we're just going to wait for the original teals to dry, teal paint to dry, because we don't want that stem really mixing in with the tops of our flowers, just so then there's quite a clear difference between the two. We are also going to come in with our forest now, and we're going to make some grass down the bottom here, because you can make grass with your fan brush. We also might do some flicking with this green, I think, just to add a little bit of the green up here, I believe. Or we might do some flicking with the yellow. Maybe the yellow to get it down the bottom. I don't know. We'll do some flicking. That's the main thing. So what we're going to come and do is we're just going to come in with our green here and just spotch it down. And you do want this one here to be a little bit apart. The other option is as well is that you can actually come in on the sides and do the whole in pieces. And you kind of want to only have the green paint then on your tip of your fan brush. If you have it all the way down, it's just going to end up looking like another flower, maybe. It depends how much paint you've got on it, and really you just got to have a little bit of practice with it. And the faster you move the paintbrush when you do the grass, the more texture-like and a little bit more organic it looks. If you go, like if you press down slow and drag it, it looks a bit longer, and then if you do it nice and fast, it looks like it's just been freshly cut with your lawn. Kind of like a Sunday when all your neighbours start mowing. When one neighbour starts mowing, so then everyone has to start mowing. Because, you know, we live in Australia. And that's just how it works. I don't know if that's how it works in other countries. I would dearly like to ask someone, but I feel like they wouldn't understand if they haven't experienced it. So there we go. So I'm going to lift that up before I draw the stems, just to show you what it currently looks like. So this is the page currently, and that's my grass / lawn, and there's the flowers, as you can see. So now that we've got that, we're going to come back down here, and we're going to do our lovely stems with a bit more of a pointy paintbrush, because we do want our stems to be a little bit accurate. We might come in with we'll do a mix of the forest green with a light green, just to get a bit of a combination going.
Yes, maybe.
So then there's a bit of a gradient, like a difference between the two.
Says, hi everyone, sorry I forgot it was
Oh,
tonight.
that's so good, Pam.
And Diane says it's fabulous, Nanny.
Oh, thank you. So what we're going to come and do is with our little pointy paintbrush, we're going to come in and just do basically like a love heart base on each flower petal / flower, and just draw a squiggly line. It doesn't have to be at all in place. And it doesn't have to be very solid, just the link up with the flower.
Sandy says looks great. No matter you can't get on the keyboard.
Why not? And then what we're going to come and do is we're just going to come and add that one. Just add some outline green coming up. And I do think we will need some leaves. Leaves. So leaves are just made by 2 ovals. And then we're just going to come and tip the stems that we have done with the slime color that comes out of the forest. Green from Art by Marlene, just to get the 2 different greens to blend really nicely and to sit well on the page. And grab And it's just about being a bit 3, where the lines end up is where the lines end up. Doesn't matter too much.
Marie says, the flowers look so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Definitely have a few on there, don't we? Just a few. Right. So now that we've got those on there, I am going to come in and do some like swirls, I think, just with my green. So it's just about having a loose hand and making sure that it kind of links up with the stem.
Di and D says amazing.
Thank you. See, this the flowers don't really look like flowers until you've added that stem in, I think. It just gives them that level of, I don't know, like stability. Just to make them look whole, in a sense. Just going to come in and add some green. Thank you guys for all your good comments. So I'm just adding some more of that lime green down to the base area.
I love the swirls that make the flowers pop.
Thank you.
Diane G says, just needs fairies or butterflies.
Oh, very true. We will get onto that in a second.
I'm just going to move Maddie because she doesn't understand that the keyboard isn't.
Right. What we might do is we'll add some yellow flecks in and some glitter, and then we'll put on like these little white butterflies, like tiny ones, or we could collage them. I don't know. I think we might paint them. Thank you. Mom's pokey tool.
Yeah.
Oh no, wrong thing. Sorry, that was a paintbrush.
I was about to say,
There.
I don't want to be coming back 2 trips.
Oh, really? You're that lazy, are you? Right. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so first, oh, look at that. I haven't used my gold yet. Why don't I use this gold tube? I should have used it. Nope. Alright. Wrong gold paint. It's this one here.
Chloe says, love how you paint in the grass and the stems. Debbie says, what a beautiful garden. Marie says, looking so very beautiful.
Okay. Right, so now that we've got, we're just going to flick some gold down. Well, not flick. We're going to rub some gold glitter paint on our edges and just a few spots. We're going to do this mostly with the finger, but we're also going to come in with a paintbrush in the areas where there is still wet paint, just so then we don't mix too much with the paint that's still wet. So we'll just come in with that tippy one. I am using the matte one, so with this glitter paint, it doesn't matter if you do use your good paint brushes, because it won't ruin it like the glitter glues do, the general sort of glitter glues. It does keep, because it's water-based, it comes out really quickly and it doesn't actually kill your paintbrushes, which is really nice, because I've had a few paintbrushes die from glitter glue disasters. Now that we've got that up there, I do think we just need a little bit more glitter in that corner. So I'm going to come up with just a bit more glitter in the corner there. And then,
what a wonderful technique, Sandra says.
Thank you. So that we've got the glitter on there. We're going to flick on some yellow down here, I think. We just need some of that yellow to come down and into our flower garden, so then it doesn't just look like the background. We want to still have that nice flow between our background and our front. And then and we might stick on like maybe 2 to, I reckon, about 3 pieces of this collage just on front, just to keep it, you know, all together in a sense. And then we'll add our butterflies, because I do believe that you are 100% correct, Diane G. We need butterflies. All good paintings need butterflies. I'm just trying to find where I put my thing. And oh my gosh, the glad wrapped work. I'm so glad that I used it. Okay, so we're just gonna come in, and because we do have wet paint and our layers haven't fully dried in between, we're just coming in with some. We're going to put it on the back of our rice paper. Now this is slash tissue paper. It is a little bit difficult because, as we know, rice slash tissue paper is very thin. So you just want to be a little bit light-handed, which is challenging. And just try and stick it down in a few areas. We don't want this everywhere. We just want it in a few spots. I'm only doing 3 pieces on the front. It's just to connect the collage that people can see through, like peeking through the flowers, to the front of the page as well, just so then everything comes together really nicely. It's just a quick trick also to try and get your layers to blend. If you've made like a work where all your layers seem very abrupt and like they don't blend well together, just add some more collage, some more of your collage techniques on top of what you've already painted in a few areas. Not too big, like as you can see, I'm only adding it in 3 spots, and they're very small rip out, like very small tearings. And by doing that, then it will actually make the front and the back come together nicely, with not too much worry, which is nice. Because sometimes you can pull your hair out trying to get works like paintings and pages and cards to really come together nicely, because the paper or the different types of things that you're trying to use the different types of mediums that you're trying to use don't actually come together, don't come together as you thought they would. So by doing that overlapping, it helps and prevents any of those like abrupt edges and stuff, or abrupt edges as such. And I'm just trying to get my glad I put on here. One minute. Here we go. Get rid of the use bit. That definitely did work that time, which is nice. Right. There we go. That's in now. Okay. So we've got that and that and that and that stuff down. So let's come in and do our yellow flicks and then butterflies. So we're just going to do it in this cheesy yellow that we did use originally on the background. We are going to swap out our green water for all the water that's just white from when we added the white with the paintbrush. Yeah, so that glad wrap did rip. So I have come up with using dry baby wipes. Oh, okay, right. I'll have to. We do have a few baby wipes currently drying out on Mum's stand. So once they're fully dried, then we'll swap over the glad wrap with the dry baby wipes. We've just got to kind of, get to the point where they are dried out. Okay, and then so we're just going to add some water to our fan brush and just come and flick. And it's just to get like a nice little, some nice little flicks in there. I do think we need to blend some of the green up the top, but I don't think we're going to get that through, actually we could get it through flicking and then add a bit more yellow in. I'm just trying to balance out what we've got. So I've just got a bit of green on my brush now, and we're just going to come and flick that one in. Because the green is a lot darker than the yellow, it will show a lot more prominently. Than the yellow flicks. And then we go, and then we're just going to come in with our mister, and we're going to give them a light mist so that they're not completely circle, because our flowers aren't completely circle, so our flicks definitely shouldn't be. Okay, go, and then now we're going to come in with our yellow. I think we're actually going to use this end of this roll here. Just come in and do a few circles.
Kara says it looks gorgeous.
Thank you. It's just about adding a little bit more of that yellow in, because I definitely think that it was currently a little bit out of bounds, but that's so good. Right, there we go. Maybe one more. I have this problem where I add too much, which I think you all know about. Okay. Just going to stand that up over there so it dries, and just come in and rub on there, and then at the top. That looks nice. Okay. Because yellow is such a lighter color than the green, to add in the highlights, we do need to add a little bit more than what we did with just the green flicks.
It's kind of like how, when you've got these yellow highlighters, they're only...
Yeah, they're limited.
Yeah.
They're very much limited.
Remember, I lent Amelia one of my yellow highlighters not too long ago. I explained to her that because she wanted to highlight some words, that you highlight the line first, and then you write on the highlighter. She writ the words in pen, then got the highlighter and rubbed it, and now my yellow highlighter has got blue pen ink all over it.
Yes, because yellow is a lot It's a lighter pigment. It's one of the lightest pigments that you'll find because it's a primary.
Didn't they prove that the primary colours like yellow, cyan, and magenta or something?
Red.
And red, yes.
Yes.
So blue's in front. Oh, that's sad.
Cyan's blue.
Oh.
I'm a little bit disappointed in my younger brother right now, but that's okay.
I thought cyan. Oh, but
Cyan is blue.
Love this Naomi, says Marie.
Thank you. Right, we're gonna paint our little butterflies that are gonna be like love heart, like two love hearts joining. So we're just coming in, and I am drying my paintbrush, my little pointy one, off on the edge of my jersey, and that's because to do butterflies, you don't really want the size we're going to do them up because they're going to be nice, small, petite butterflies. We don't really want a lot of water on our paintbrush. We want them to be quite opaque as soon as we paint them. So it's going to be mostly like a dry brush technique. So we just come in and we're just going to get a little bit of white.
Debbie says this is beautiful.
Thank you. And then so to paint our butterflies. I don't think we're going to do the antenna with those ones. What we come and do is we do. I don't know if you saw that very well. I might have to lift it up while doing it. Oh, this might end badly. Okay, so please do not judge me on how well the butterflies look. So you come in and you do two big wings, and then you do two small wings.
Sandra said, can you paint a big butterfly on something else using the same technique, as I cannot see how you do?
Yes, that's why I'm lifting it up as I go.
Yeah.
Because if we were to do a bigger one, we'd have to use like a different type of technique, whereas this one here is very much 4 dots basically. So it's a little quick trick. If we do it bigger, we have to add a bit more detail in to make it look like a butterfly. And once again,
I think we've gone over the hour.
I'm not a real spec. It's by 8 minutes. Last night we did 2 hours, okay? Last night's class was very long.
Yes.
And I'm very sorry still about that.
Well, what's really interesting is I remember the last time we got new chickens and they met the old chickens. They had a fight, but the chicken that didn't have a name for a long time has actually got one now. It's called Cinnamon.
Which now doesn't match our other chickens' names, but that's okay. Because Kentucky Fried and Chicky are all good.
Kentucky Fried. So one chicken's called Kentucky and the other one's called Fried. Yes. And Mealy, who was that thought of the idea?
It was me.
Naomi thought it'd be funny because it's Kentucky Fried Chicky, but she forgot cinnamon.
Look, my math is that, well, my thinking is that Chicky's going to outlive Cinnamon, and Cinnamon's going to be the next chicken to die. So we will eventually have Kentucky Fried Chicky. It's just going to be a while.
Sandy said, so beautiful, Naomi. Well, Naomi, I'd like to point out that Chicky has outlived all the chickens. They're an original chicken. We thought Chicky would not live the longest because they were the smallest, but yet they have outlived.
No, it was the second smallest because there was also Kinder, but Kinder ran away. That was Milton's chicken, by the way, people.
Yes. Your one
got pneumonia because it stood out in a rainstorm. I know. Absolute genius of a chicken.
Well, I think Mealy got the best pick because Mealy one was Chicky.
Yeah, yours was a rooster, so he left.
Yeah.
He was sent away.
Yeah.
Came dog food for someone.
Yes, Missy. Lorraine. I might hold it. Just tell me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Lorraine said, enjoy not enough
Oh no.
Wi-Fi to participate. Have a great class. Oh.
I'm so sorry. See, this is why we did move my classes to Saturday mornings, because there were some Wi-Fi issues in the nighttime ones that we were having. So, yeah, we are doing it this week on Thursday night, just because I can't remember why.
Isn't it because Saturday where
There was a reason.
Mum's eating something?
No, she's packaging up the things I brought home that we needed to peel because I couldn't keep up with the machines today because we were also packing kits, which are ready to be sent out tomorrow. Woo!
Did Dad feed the cats?
Yes, he did.
Okay, just checking. Because Missy was just, clinging to me and I was thinking for a second, oh God.
She's trying to con a second dinner out of you.
I know, because Jim gave them 2 dinners for 3 days.
Right, here we go. So we're nearly done painting these butterflies.
How's the shop been, Naomi?
Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. So we got the kits mostly done today. I've mostly been cutting. Seen a lot of people again. It's good to see all of my adopted aunts and uncles. I have a lot.
And a few real relatives too.
Yes. Although my adopted ones definitely
Outnumber the other ones.
Yeah. The blood ones, at least, yeah. So, it is. I'm looking forward to more, I feel, next week, though. To see all of you down the Brisbane area. I do suggest the drive up. It's a bit of a scenic drive up from the Brisbane city or the Gold Coast.
For all those people who haven't met Naomi, there might be a chance to meet Naomi.
Heads up, I'm an introvert, so the conversation might not go according to plan.
I mean, yeah.
Can be an extrovert when needed, but
if Mum's next to you, can be one.
Yeah, because I just feed off her energy. I'm like, come near me, Mum, so that I can be out there and loud.
Craft shows are nice.
They are. They're just like a social gathering. And there's a cafe that sells tea and coffee, so it's literally just a craft shop.
I mean,
one big massive craft shop with a lot of people there.
Plus, there's a lot of demos that people do, classes.
And we will be bringing all of our colour cuts and title cuts and every single one we've ever created. So I'm talking the stuff that's even been out of stock for a while.
Coming back from the dead.
Exactly. Mainly because I'm cutting like there's no tomorrow at the moment. I'm just going to add a few more of those. Okay, right. So I do think that we might be done.
Oh, we're only 14 minutes over.
Oh my gosh, Noah's counting how many minutes I'm over by. Because he wants his math tutor tonight.
Oh. I don't need you tonight.
Oh, that's just lovely. Thank you. Right, so let me lift this up so then you guys can see. So this is tonight's fan brush flowers class. We also learned how to make grass as well, or lawn. For all those that have the same type of mind as my father. So yes, we did mix a few different products tonight. As you can see, it's a lot easier if we do the background first and then do the other elements on top, like the fan brush flowers and all the rest of it, and then adding the colors back in from the background as we go. It did help that we did do the flowers in teal because it matched the royal. Now, I do remember what I was supposed to tell you guys last night. It was that we have reordered the Art by Marlene. So if you did miss out on any of the Art by Marlene or the, I'm trying to remember her name. I think her name's Janine. Studio Light products like the stamp book or the stamps. I mean the letter sticker book or the stamps. It will be they will be coming in again. Just a heads up though, tomorrow night you probably don't want to miss the class at 7 p.m. with Mum. The Friday night scrap along, just because she is doing a product release. We haven't created a product like it beforehand. My mum's been working on this for a very long time, so I definitely suggest coming. I was looking at the stuff that I was going to have to peel for this release tomorrow. And it is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, and we might even use it as collage in the next coming few classes. I'm also going to do a bit of a community announcement saying that next week we will be doing mixed media on Tuesday night, just because Thursday night will be in Brisbane, so we won't be able to do a live on Thursday night, so it will definitely be Tuesday night next week for our mixed media class. I believe the other two classes will still be held on the same nights though, so on the same times for card making and scrapbooking, and our creative family group, which you can find on Facebook if you are watching over at YouTube. So thank you all for coming tonight. I shall see you all next week on Tuesday. Have a great night, and see you all tomorrow for the Friday Night Live. Bye!